Hello, Zoe Flowers back with another reading, and this is the energy reading of the day. It was inspired by Boho Tarot. I am doing a little bit of a switch though for this reading. So for me, I'm going to do the oracle card in the center, and that's the energy to be focused on. And then what needs to be released is going to be on the left, and what we need to embrace is going to be on the right, because in my spiritual practice, when we look to the left, that is the land of the dead, and when we look to the and things that we want to bring to the land of the dead, and when we look to the right, that is some things that we want to grow, things that we want to blossom. So for that reason, I'm doing a little bit of an opposite reading, but it definitely works for me. I've already tried this reading, and when I tried it in the reverse of what I just said, it really didn't work. And so I knew that that's because, again, with my spiritual practice, when we look to the left, that's things that we want to take to the land of the dead, things that we want to release. So enough talking. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you get this reading, it's going to be the perfect time. So there we go. So Spirit, the energy for today is show off your sparkle and shine from the inside. So that's the energy focus for today. So now, what do we need to release? What do we need? What energies are we carrying, Spirit? What things do we no longer need to carry? What's preventing us from sparkling from the inside? Whoa, look at that. Wow, 7 of Cups. So distraction, paying attention to things that do not matter. This is very, very interesting. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Super, super interesting. Yeah. So not focusing on things that matter. This makes me think about critique. Since we are coming up on the Virgo full moon, this makes me think about over criticizing, perhaps because the cups has to do with emotions, right? And so this is interesting. This never occurred to me before with this particular deck, but what I'm feeling is that, yeah. So even though this is a timeless reading, the energy of the coming Virgo full moon is definitely here, because this is almost a continuation of um, the reading I did before, the Virgo reading I did before the Virgo full moon. So this is super interesting. But anyway, making me feel very much like these cups are old emotions that have now become distractions. These cups, even though we have the clouds here, these cups are in the subconscious. They have solidified. They have taken on a life of its own. They have, in a sense, become a curse. And like I always say about curses, curses aren't always, somebody, even, and we have the witch hat here, which is super, super interesting. Curses are not always somebody sitting around like, right, wanting to do us in. Curses can be thoughts that we think repeatedly, right? Repetitive thoughts that then manifest, right? These cups are things that maybe exist in your subconscious, although my astrology teacher, Sam Reynolds, says that, we have not definitively even found the subconscious. So there's a question about whether the subconscious even exists. However, I'm going to say, just because we do have a collective understanding somewhat of the subconscious, that all of these cups, all of these old emotions, these, worries about money, these worries about love, these worries about snakes or people acting like snakes, right? These worries about when is the next tornado going to come? When is the rug going to be pulled from underneath me, right? When is the next fight coming? These things are all pulling us away from our core. These things are preventing us from shining. These things are preventing us from sparkling. Never noticed these butterflies right here before. And the plants, right? These distractions are keeping us from the transformation that the butterflies represent. These cups are preventing us from this. Rose quartz is for love, right? The love that we want. We also have a lot of pink here, pink and green, which is interesting. The greenery represents rebirth to me. These plants, right? The pink is giving me, even though the heart chakra is connected to green, most often we connect pink with love. So this is keeping us, these cups are preventing us from the love that we want, the transformation that we want, and the rebirth that we want, right? And anytime I see snakes, they always represent rebirth to me. This can even be focusing on your healing practice. Focusing on your rebirth is keeping you from sparkling and shining from the inside because you're constantly focused on what you have to do, right? Very interesting. So what do we need to embrace, Spirit? Whoa, holy smokes. Okay. Lots of cards here. Lots of cards here. We're going to go with this, right? We need to embrace new actions. Wands has to do with fire signs, right? Whenever we see mountains in the tarot, that means growth, that there's more growth needed. So what we need to embrace also, not just the new actions, but also gifts, inspired action from the universe. We say that this is the hand of the universal. The wand, again, represents fire, represents action. So we want to accept the push. We want to accept being different. We want to embrace being different. We want to release thinking. Oh, Lord, now I got it. We want to release, because remember, cups are about emotion. So we want to release these old distraction, these distracting emotions, and embrace actual action. So it's like come out of the head. Even though this is cups, even though cups is emotions, it's not ideas, right? It's not the swords, it's not ideas. It's not thoughts, right? But it's emotions. And the thing is, thoughts become things, right? And our thoughts are so often, stay with me, folks. Our thoughts so often are dictated by our emotions. Okay? So if our emotions are scattered, are not focused, are full of distractions, right? That's our emotions. That's how we're feeling, because we're super distracted, right? Then more often than not, our thoughts are distracted and we cannot sparkle from the inside. So that's why this is saying work on your emotions today. Emotions that are keeping you distracted. And take new action. Now these cards did fall. So I should probably show them, even though this is supposed to just be a 3-card reading, but it is what it is. So we had the Judgment in reverse for what needs to be released as well, right? So this is definitely making me feel like releasing harsh, embracing this freedom, right? They are reborn. They are naked. They are not ashamed, right? So embracing these new actions and embracing a loosening of your judgment of yourself, right? And then we have the Knight of Wands, the fastest moving knight in the deck, right? The Knight brings the end of a long-term situation. And so again, these are fast moving actions. So yeah, if you feel moved to do something today, go ahead and do it, right? Go ahead and embrace new action. This is like, don't wait. Do this today. Start this project today. All of the planets are direct. It's all systems go. The universe is supporting you. So this is also embrace the support from the universe, right? I love it. I love it. This is great. This is fantastic. I love this reading. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop down in the comments and let me know that you enjoyed it. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe because it helps me so much to get around these analytics. And I'm trying to get out of the YouTube dungeon, right? So help me get out of the dungeon by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But most importantly, let me know if this resonates because I really want to hear from you all. Okay, thanks.